Hey, Charlotte and the surrounding areas. Are you tired of diets that don't work, energy crashes, and stubborn belly fat that just won't budge? Then stop what you're doing right now and listen up. Hi, this is Dr. Aaron Ernst, host of the Ask Dr. Ernst Show, and I'm revealing the functional secrets to lose up to 30 pounds in just 30 days. Yes, you heard that right. No starving, no running marathons, no risky medications. I'm giving away my brand new ebook, 30 and 30, a functional fat loss formula, and exclusive free access to a live masterclass on Saturday, May 17th at 10 a.m. I will show you exactly how to turn your body into a fat burning machine. It's all free. Just text your name, your email, and the word weight loss to 704-906-2094. Do it right now. 704-906-2094. Don't wait. Your transformation starts with just one simple text. Let's make weight loss natural, easy, and effective the way it was meant to be. Text weight loss plus your name and email to 704-906-2094.
Beyond wine, we really care about health, the health of the planet and the health of each other. That's what inspired us to start this business. Our family of team members meets every morning for a group meditation, followed by an open gratitude session. We believe a sound mind with a focus on peace is the best instrument for change. Joint meditation is the cornerstone of our company culture, and it helps us remember what's important, spreading joy and love, just like our family growers. Our family is a collection of passionate, health-conscious individuals who love to laugh and enjoy each other's company. We eat seasonally, grow our own vegetables, cook together, and share wine. Our team is incredibly dedicated to our mission. Everything from sourcing the wines to answering service questions, your natural wines were found and sourced around the world by our wine team. They taste every one, oversee their lab testing, and choose exactly which ones go in which box. If you order, your individual box will be packed by our incredibly hardworking fulfillment team. If you have any questions, your service requests will be handled by a wonderfully loving member experience family who only have one goal in mind, your 100% happiness. This video is put together by our talented media team, filmed and edited in-house, just like the rest of our artful media. From our unique creations to our printed lifestyle piece called A Matter of Taste. We put love into everything we do, and we hope to share it with you.
Would you like to experience a better night's sleep? Want to feel well rested and ready for your day? Discover an amazing solution with Celient Sleep Recovery. Our Celient Sleep Recovery products are made from a patented yarn embedded with a blend of 13 infrared active minerals. Celient technology never washes out. The benefits will last for their entire lifespan. Minerals reflect the body's own energy by using Celient infrared active technology, boosting your oxygen levels and improving circulation to reach REM sleep gracefully. Our customers love to comfortably sleep throughout the night because of Celient. We've conducted 9 independent clinical studies by well-respected scientific institutions and universities that prove the many positive effects Celient has on the body. Our technology is designed to help you achieve a refreshing sleep recovery. Get into bed to experience our smooth Celient Egyptian cotton blend sheets. Protect your mattress against the sands of time with our Celient mattress protectors. With our pillow protectors, you get the benefits of our recovery therapy. Explore new places and feel well rested throughout your journeys. Discover luxurious support that allows you to sleep in almost any position. Neck blankets are small and compact. You can bring them with you just about anywhere. Experience the foundation your body deserves. Start waking up refreshed and always ready for the day ahead. It's time to achieve the best sleep of your life to unlock your hidden potential. Start experiencing a better night's sleep with our Celient Sleep Recovery products today. Celient. Recycle your body's energy.
Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. You're listening to the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Hey, my name is Dr. Ernst, and this is a show where pounds are shed, especially today, disease is dead, and where you get to be set free from your health problems. In today's show, I want to share the nature of what I call cliff notes to functional weight loss. Forget the fluff, forget the hype. Today's show is a distilled, research, time-based blueprint for dropping weight and keeping it off fast. And listen, this is done without pills, without surgeries, or without massive starvations. And in our extremely fast-paced world, we know that people are looking for nothing but quick fixes. But the truth is, weight gain is not about calories. It's not about the amount of physicality you do in your gym. It is about finding the underlying dysfunction. That could be hormonal dysfunction. It could be detoxificational dysfunction. It could be mitochondrial dysfunction where you're not physically burning fat for energy. That's why functional weight loss is so much more powerful, because it's not about chasing symptoms. It's about restoring your body's natural ability to burn fat as fuel the way it was designed. And this is what's so transformative today, because many people think that the only way you can lose weight is to just eat less and work out more, yet that time-tested method is resulting in so many of us still being overweight. So over the next 50 minutes or so, I'm going to take you through the top 10 functional strategies. This is a summary of every show I've done for the last 3 weeks, condensed down into highly informative information that's going to help you to transform your weight quickly. You can jumpstart your metabolism. You can optimize your hormones. You can finally get the weight loss results you've been searching for. I'm going to do the top 5 techniques in segment 1. Then, of course, as we come back from our commercial break for the second half of the show, I'll give you practical action steps to expose the second 5. And get this, we're going to go through common pitfalls that most people do when they implement these top 10 tips for weight loss, so that you don't have to fall into the same trap. And get this, as of today, we're over 700 people registered for next Saturday's 30 Pounds in 30 Days Masterclass. You can join us. It's absolutely free. I'll give you the functional approach to weight loss, which is an ebook and a guide and a resource. We have recipes, we have meal plans, we have supplements, we have guides that will help you to start implementing everything we're going to teach you today. And next Saturday's Masterclass, that is the transformation. How do you find the underlying root reason for you, for your weight loss resistance? And then how do you turn that fat switch on so you burn fat innately fast? And all you have to do is text your first name, your last name, the word weight loss to 704-906-2094. 704-906-2094. Open up your text, hit your SMSs, type in the number 704-906-2094. Put the word weight loss, your name and email, hit send. My team will take care of you and get you registered for the event next Saturday, and you'll get the free weight loss functional approach ebook now. So whether you are online and listening today needing to lose just 10 pounds, or maybe you need to lose 50, 60, 70, even 100 pounds, whether your metabolism has been sluggish for years or you're just trying to break through a plateau, today's show is going to meet you there and take you to where you need to go. So buckle up, because your health transformation begins right now. Let's kick this off with the number 1 most important fat burning strategy that most people still don't fully understand: not starving, but functional fasting. So let's talk about the art of implementing intermittent fasting and fixing your fasting window, because a lot of people do this incorrectly. And look, fasting is not a trend. It's how your body was designed to function. All throughout human history, we've evolved during times of feast and famine, where there were not 3 square meals a day with snacks and desserts. Intermittent fasting is an art of flipping the metabolic switch from burning sugar for energy, which is highly inflammatory and toxic, and instead burning fat. So in essence, it forces your body to burn the stored fat. And when done correctly, it is one of the quickest and the safest ways to drop weight fast, because it engages your body's ability to burn fat. It balances insulin and it kickstarts metabolic repair. From a functional medicine perspective, fasting is one of the quickest ways to also reset your hormones. It increases growth hormone, listen to this, by 2,000% in men and up to 1,300% in women. It can lower insulin, it can reduce inflammation, but best yet, it engages something called autophagy, which is your body's natural detox method to destroy ineffective tissues. So you're not just skipping breakfast, you're giving your cells a chance to heal and repair. And this is why we recommend doing a 16-hour fasting period with an 8-hour eating window. As your body adapts to this, you can become more effective. You can do an 18-hour fasting window with a 6-hour eating window, or even a 20-hour fasting window with a 4-hour window of eating. It's not about deprivation, it's about restoration. When you compress the window of eating, your insulin stays lower for longer, and it tells your body burn fat instead of store fat. It's a way to turn that switch on. But here's the mistake that a lot of people make when intermittent fasting. They fast, but they usually still eat their lower quality, or I'll call it like highly processed meals. So you can't fast all day and then eat pizza and cupcakes and expect to lose weight. You must pair this with clean proteins and nutrient-dense foods. Another mistake is that a lot of people don't drink enough water while fasting. Fasting without proper mineral and electrolyte intake can lead to symptoms, dizziness, muscle cramps, fatigue, etc. So don't just get stuck in this idea of thinking that fasting is a diet. It's a rhythm. It is a way of aligning your eating patterns with the cycles and the circadian pathways of your body, so weight loss becomes natural and effortless because your hormones get reset. So if you're new to fasting, don't just jump straight into 24 or 48-hour fasts. Start with intermittent fasting, listen to your body, push your breakfast back to a later part of the meals in the day, and you can kickstart number one most important method of starting to get your body to burn fat fast. Okay, number two. Cut the carbohydrates, especially the hidden sugars. Carbohydrates themselves are not inherently evil. We need a small amount of glucose and sugars throughout the day. But the standard American diet, listen to this, the average American today is eating between 250 and 300 grams of carbohydrates per day, often because of flours and sugars and fake health foods that are loaded with carbohydrate-laden ingredients. Once carbs come in, insulin is spiked and fat storage begins to turn on. Meaning, if insulin is high, your body literally cannot access the stored fats to burn it. So when you cut carbs, you reset insulin sensitivity. This means your body needs less insulin to handle the blood sugar that you have, and this is a good thing. High insulin causes inflammation, brain fog, belly fat, and even hormone imbalances. So when you reduce carbohydrate intake, especially from processed sources, you create what's called metabolic flexibility, the ability to burn fat or sugar as fuel. But most people think, again, that just cutting carbs is all it takes. They'll skip their breads and pastas, and they'll load up on things like fruit smoothies and oatmeals and granola bars and even kombuchas. But these all still are loaded with carbohydrates. They spike insulin, and they shut off the ability for the body to burn fat. Just because it's organic doesn't mean it's low carb. Make sure you read the labels and watch out for anything that ends in OSE, glucose, fructose, sucrose. Again, anything that has sugar is going to hammer your liver and make it store fat instead. And the biggest challenge for a lot of us are the liquid sugars that we're drinking. Fruit juice, while it might sound healthy, is still loaded with tons of sugar. Sodas and even green drinks where there's apples and pears and other fruits that have been blended into them. Think of them as kind of like insulin grenades. You wouldn't eat 10 apples in one sitting, but many of us can drink 10 apples just by drinking apple juice. So cut the liquid carbohydrates and instead hydrate with water or herbal teas or even black coffee. Remember, all carbs are not equal, but they must be earned. You have to gain the ability to burn them. When you deplete your glycogen stores through fasting and you exercise, then as you eat carbohydrates, you can burn them more efficiently. So think of them as like metabolic icing, not the cake. If you want to break out of a plateau, one of the greatest things you can do is cut your carbohydrates more aggressively and kickstart the intermittent fasting. Okay, tip number 3. You must pay attention to your liver its functionality and the ability for it to detox. Your liver is like your metabolic powerhouse. It processes hormones, it filters toxins, it even converts thyroid hormones into active thyroid hormone, which helps you to burn fat. And ultimately, what determines whether your body burns fat or not is the health of your liver. So we say a lot of times that a toxic liver is a fat-storing liver. And unfortunately, in today's world, where we're being exposed consistently to glyphosate, plastics, heavy metals, all the endocrine disruptors and the obesogens, most of us are walking around with a congested, heavily stressed out liver without even knowing it. When your liver's overloaded, your metabolism will effectively slow down to a crawl. Toxins build up, cellular mechanisms start to become interfered with, and you physically cannot convert active thyroid hormone. And this is a big deal for a lot of people. Thyroid hormone T4 is inactive. It must be converted to active. T3, active thyroid hormone, is your fat-burning, energy-pumping, fatigue-destroying hormone. And unfortunately, many of us have low levels of active T3 because, again, the liver is congested or filled with toxins. And detoxing your liver is not just about making you feel better. It's about physically turning on your fat-burning switch. And listen, a functional method of detoxing your liver doesn't mean doing a juice fast or like an over-the-counter liver cleanse. You have to remember, your liver does both phase 1, where it takes fat-soluble toxins, makes them water-soluble, then phase 2, where it attaches them to either a methylation group or a sulfur group so that you can actually excrete them through your kidneys and through your bowels. So phase 1 is something you need to support. Phase 2, again, we must neutralize and get the toxins out. We need to use things like binders, activated charcoals, bentonite clays, even nutrients like methylated B vitamins, B12, folate, glutathione, absolutely essential for liver functionality. So again, what a lot of people do is they make the mistake of thinking, I cleansed my liver because I did an over-the-counter detox, or I sweat in a sauna, therefore I'm getting everything out. But the challenge is you have to get your liver to work at a functional level. So many times it requires getting your liver tested to find out, is phase 1 working and what nutrients are deficient in? What about phase 2? Are you methylating? Are you sulfonating? Are you using glutathione properly? Getting your liver tested effectively with a functional detox test can show you exactly what steps need to be done so that you can become more of a biochemical expert for your liver and flush it and detox it properly. Okay, tip number 4. There's this concept that we need to make sure we move all the time. And while this might sound simple, taking a walk after you eat is a very profound way at helping to activate your body's natural ability to burn fat. While this tip sounds simple, it is an impact that has profound effects. Walking after each meal is one of the most overlooked yet extremely powerful ways to take control of your blood sugar, reduce your fat storage, and even improve your overall digestion. Look, it doesn't mean going to the gym and working out or having a coach or a ton of equipment. All it takes is about a 10 to 15 minute walk right after you eat. And it's about increasing the functionality of your metabolism. Listen to this. Post-meal walking helps shuttle glucose into the muscle of your body, so from your blood and into the muscle, so that it is burned and taken out of your bloodstream. Where in the muscle, it can be stored as fat to be used for energy throughout the day. This can reduce insulin spikes and improve your overall glycemic control because it activates what is known as zone 2 fat burning. And this is unique because it's where your body targets fat while preserving muscle. So we can burn fat instead of burning muscle, and we actually build muscle instead. So by going on a slow walk, it can make a massive metabolic difference into your health. From a functional standpoint, think of it this way. Going for a walk after you eat activates your lymphatic system, which is your body's natural method of removing wastes. So unlike your cardiovascular system, which has a pump, your heart, your lymph and your lymphatics has no pump to move fluids through your body. Movement is the only thing that activates lymphatic flushing. So when you go on a walk, you're helping to clear metabolic wastes. You're removing toxins. You're getting rid of inflammatory debris, allowing for smoother fat mobilizations and even the reduction of water retention, because a lot of us today are holding on to lymphatic fluids. Another mistake that people make is they think that they have to exercise like it's got to be an all or nothing thing. Like if I can't go to the gym and work out for 60 minutes, then why even bother doing this? But studies show that if you just do a 10-minute walk 3 times a day after each meal, it improves blood sugar levels better than if you did a 30-minute or 60-minute walk. Like it doesn't get better the longer you do it. In fact, the shorter duration you do it, the better. Consistency and timing always beat out the intensity. So just think about 2 or 3 throughout the day, throughout the week, easy to do. Another error, if you begin walking immediately after eating a more higher, heavier carbohydrate inflammatory meal, and you expect a miracle to take place, that's not going to happen. Yes, walking can help, but you can't undo a double cheeseburger or some sort of like sugary frappuccino by going for a walk. The best results come when the post-meal walk is followed by you doing a low-carb, moderate-protein, high-fat diet. And remember, walking's not punishment. It's an enhancement. It's a way to turn on your body's ability to get you burning fat faster. So to avoid this trap, like most of us do, where we sit when we eat and we sit afterwards and we take a break and we are working in our chairs and things like that, and trying to then make it up at the end of the week by going, all right, I'm going to work out for an hour to try to undo the effects of my entire week. Remember, it's about breaking the sedentary lifestyle, linking yourself to moving throughout the day. So make it a ritual to go for a walk after lunch, after dinner with your family, or even while you're on the phone throughout the day just to get your body moving. This habit, walking after you eat, can shift your metabolism drastically, more so than any other fancy supplement or fitness routine. And don't underestimate its power, because it's natural, it's free, and it's aligned with your body's design. We were designed to move. We weren't designed to sit in confined areas, work all day long, sit and eat, and then go back to sitting. We need movement in order for a body to be effective and active. Okay, tip number 5. This is going to sound like a strange one. Sleep like your life literally depends upon it. And here's the truth. If you're not sleeping, you are not healing. And if you're not healing, you're not losing weight. Sleep is one of the most optimal methods for fat loss. In fact, it's essential. Did you know that during sleep, especially the restorative portions where you go into the deeper and more REM-style sleeps, your body produces growth hormones, repairs tissues, detoxifies your brain, balances leptin and ghrelin, which is your fat-burning and satiety, I feel full hormones, and it resets your circadian biology. So if you miss this window, fat loss becomes a massively uphill battle. From a functional perspective, poor sleep can lead to elevations in cortisol, insulin resistance, increased cravings for food the next day. There is a hunger hormone called ghrelin. What has been shown is that ghrelin elevates as you sleep less. Leptin, which is also your fat-burning hormone that says burn fat now, starts to drop when you sleep less. And chronic sleep debt creates a cascade of metabolic dysfunctions that can block the ability for most of us to burn fat in the first place. So the biggest mistake people make is that they often say, well, look, I feel fine if I get 5 or 6 hours of sleep. But the quality and the timing of the sleep matter more than just how much you've done. Okay, so going to bed after midnight, even if you sleep 8 hours, has been shown to disrupt melatonin, leptin, ghrelin, and even cortisol rhythms. The best healing pattern for sleep is when you're in a deep sleep state between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. I want you to think of this as like your prime fat-burning, hormone-repairing sleep window. So if we're not asleep at 10 and we're waking up throughout the night, we're missing this 10 to 2 a.m. window, we're not physically engaging the natural burning power that sleep can give to us. Another common issue, if you use some sort of a sleep aid or a sleep assistance, CBD gummies, melatonin supplements, or some people even have a drink to wind themselves down, right? All of this disrupts your rapid eye movement sleep patterns. It impairs detoxification and increases a massive burden to your liver. The goal, of course, is natural sleep induction, not being sedated, but falling asleep innately. Instead, there are some things you can do to help encourage this. Okay, number 1, No phones, computers, TV watching, or anything an hour before you want to go to bed. So if we want to fall asleep by 10 p.m., you need to be in bed by about 9:30, which means from 8:30 to 9:30, shut off all the electronics, turn off the lights as much as you can. The blue light that is emitted from many of our screens and our devices stimulates our eyes to make it feel like we're at 6 a.m. in the morning. Okay, number 2, we can focus on increasing our efficiency with getting the evening routines for our circadian cycle to kick in. We need it to be dark when we sleep. Use blackout shades. Start turning the lights off around your house as the sun goes down so you start to get the signal that it is time to start going to bed. Cool the room that you sleep in. So it's been shown that if you bring the temperature between 65 and 68 degrees, you can engage deeper and more restorative sleep. And the most important thing, of course, is be consistent with the time you go to bed. One of the biggest sabotagers and what spikes insulin and cortisol and makes you gain weight is if you're going to bed at different times and you're waking up at different times. Think of the classic person who works throughout the week and wakes up at the specific hour for their job, but then on Friday or Saturday, Sunday, they're like, forget this, I'm going to sleep in 2 hours plus. It's going to wreck your sleep pathways and it makes you gain weight over time. You can also sabotage sleep by eating food too close to your bedtime. Eating food can spike insulin and cause your body temperature to go up, which impairs the ability for melatonin to be produced in the first place. The goal should be to try to finish eating at least 3 hours before you go to bed, because you need to let your sugars and your insulin come down, and we need to let your body begin to engage the natural sleep pathways. Don't ignore a deeper root issue of the fact that you might not be sleeping well enough as a resistance to your weight loss. Sleep apnea, mouth breathing, even EMF exposures during the evening times can all impair sleep quality. If you were to start looking at this, you can get an Oura ring, you can get one of the Whoop bands, you can get these sleep assistances. There's ways to test to see how well you're sleeping. And if you increase your sleep efficiency, you change the patterns of how you're eating your foods, you cut your carbohydrates down, and we detox your liver, there's the top 5 cliff notes, you're going to start to see your body's going to begin to lose weight fast. If you'd like more information on how to do this structurally with diets and guidelines and supplemental recommendations, download the Functional Approach to Weight Loss. It is our ebook that will help you to engage the natural weight loss process that your body was innately built to have. Simply text the word weight loss plus your name and email to 704-906-2094. We'll zip the ebook over to you today, and you're going to join over 700 plus people registered for next Saturday's Masterclass, how to find your root cause interference so you flip the switch and start burning fat fast. You'll hear testimonials from patients who have lost 40, 50, 60, 100 plus pounds, and how you can actually engage this right now in the comfort of your home. It is a free event. We just need to get you registered. Simply text your name, your email, the word weight loss to 704-906-2094. So, hey, we just went through the top 5 portions of functional weight loss. We talked about intermittent fasting and how if you narrow your window, you can metabolize your hormones at an effective rate, which helps you to burn fat fast. We explored how cutting hidden carbohydrates out will help unlock your body's ability to burn fat instead of storing it. We emphasize why detoxing your liver is so crucial because it's the metabolic powerhouse of fat burning in your body. And we discussed the simple steps of how just taking a walk after you eat can help your body to crush blood sugar spikes and begin to get your body into a state of fat burning. And then we discussed how a hidden, overlooked aspect of how long and efficiently you sleep at night may be holding you back. In segment 2, we're going to go beyond just the basics. We're going to discover how a single nerve in your body might be preventing you from losing weight. We'll expose the environmental toxins that sabotage your weight loss. We'll talk about how you can build lean muscle and how you can repair your gut and, most importantly, naturally support your thyroid, which is the hidden hormone that most people don't talk about with weight loss. So stay tuned. All the best is yet to come. Why don't you take a moment, pour yourself a nice clean glass of water, take a deep breath, get ready, because the second half of the show is going to help you to continue to unlock the answers you've been looking for your health. And take this moment right now and text the word weight loss plus your name and email to 704-906-2094. The Functional Approach to Weight Loss ebook is yours free. Check out Chapter 1. It says why their way isn't the way, why changing your patterns the way the world has told you is not going to make you to lose weight. Chapter 2, the magic pill for functional weight loss. It exists and is found in Chapter 2. Chapter 3, you've got my secrets to losing 10 to 15 pounds in just 4 weeks. And then we have a 4-week done-for-you meal plan, shopping list, and supportive recipes that will help your body to engage the natural ability to burn fat. Text your name and email with the word weight loss to 704-906-2094. Don't go away. This is the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. We'll be right back.
Bring you the best natural wine the world has to offer, we've designed a fully curated membership program. Every selection you receive is different and unique. Every wine is picked by our wine team, lab tested for purity, and curated into a special box for your enjoyment. So how does the membership work? We offer 2 main options: a half case of 6 bottles or a full case of 12. You can request all reds, all whites, or a perfect split of both. Then you can set the frequency, monthly or every other month. We offer a similar simple membership for rosé and sparkling wines. After you choose these basic options, we'll do the rest. With every box we send you, we aim to present the greatest diversity of flavors, textures, and profiles. There is a healthy mix of the classics, but also rare varietals. We do this because natural wines taste different from their commercial counterparts. We want to share the best possible experience with you so you can discover new wines you love. And you can always reorder a wine that took your heart, or ask us to avoid certain profiles. The best part is, you don't need any wine knowledge to fully enjoy these boxes. We curate our selections to be enjoyed without worry. Ultimately, this is Dry Farm Wines. We are so grateful to be able to share the power of natural wines with you.
Would you like to experience a better night's sleep? Want to feel well rested and ready for your day? Discover an amazing solution with Celient Sleep Recovery. Our Celient Sleep Recovery products are made from a patented yarn embedded with a blend of 13 infrared active minerals. Celient technology never washes out. The benefits will last for their entire lifespan. Minerals reflect the body's own energy by using Celient infrared active technology, boosting your oxygen levels and improving circulation to reach REM sleep gracefully. Our customers love to comfortably sleep throughout the night because of Celient. We've conducted 9 independent clinical studies by well-respected scientific institutions and universities that prove the many positive effects Celient has on the body. Our technology is designed to help you achieve a refreshing sleep recovery. Experience the foundation your body deserves. Start waking up refreshed and always ready for the day ahead. It's time to achieve the best sleep of your life to unlock your hidden potential. Start experiencing a better night's sleep with our Celient Sleep Recovery products today. Celient. Recycle your body's energy.
What if we told you that the health benefits of coffee could actually be increased through conscious roasting, sourcing, and processing? Introducing Purity, a health-conscious coffee company. At Purity, we've brought together a world-class team to analyze every step in the production chain from cherry to cup. We make decisions with only one thing in mind: how can we make the healthiest coffee in the world? Here's our 3-step process. Step 1, we search the world for the highest quality organic green beans that meet our exacting standards. Way less than 1% of coffee worldwide fit our sourcing criteria. Step 2, we test, and test again to create a specific roasting protocol for each harvest that maximizes healthy compounds and minimizes toxins. Step 3, we nitrogen pack our coffee within 48 hours of roasting and deliver to your door every 2 weeks to ensure maximum freshness. The result is the ultimate coffee drinking experience. You'll not only taste the difference in our clean, healthy coffee, with Purity, you'll feel the difference.
Our coffee club members report a bright, alert lift with less jitters than regular coffee and much more gentle on the stomach.
Sign up for Purity today, and you'll never have to worry about your source for healthy coffee again.
Welcome back. Happy Saturday. You're listening to the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Hey, it's a show where pounds are shed, disease is dead, and where you get to be set free from your health conditions when you become your own functional physician. I'm your host, Dr. Aaron Ernst, and if you're just joining us, you have missed a phenomenal first half of today's broadcast. Be sure to stick around till the top of the hour so you can catch the replay or download the podcast once it hits the stream. And we've covered the first 5 portions of Cliff Notes to functional weight loss. Everything from fasting to cutting carbohydrates to enhancing liver detoxification, taking walks after you eat, and increasing your sleep quality to give you the top 5 fat-burning techniques. And now we're going to dive even deeper. The next 5 steps are where functional medicine, in my opinion, truly shines, addressing your nervous system, your toxic load, the muscular metabolism of your body, the gut and its leakage and ability to repair it, and your thyroid, which for most of us is the hidden subclinical reason that we're not burning fat at a molecular level. I call this portion the advanced fat burning protocols. So these strategies are most profound because they will activate what traditional weight loss plans typically miss because they don't look at the body as an interconnective system. So what you and I, or better yet, what we know is that counting calories and cutting carbohydrates and working on the gym, that's just chemistry. So let's get back to the basics of the biomechanical method of how your body was created and designed to burn fat for energy. And so if we go back to work, we're going to now kick into this. And let's begin with the number one most overlooked functional component of weight loss, the magic pill for weight loss. It's found in Chapter 2 of our Functional Approach to Weight Loss ebook, which we've been giving away for free since the top of the hour. An exceptional response this morning, over 100 people texting in. Why don't you join those who are actively seeking guidance on how to lose weight fast naturally themselves, and text your first name plus your last name and the word weight loss with your email to 704-906-2094. It's super easy. Weight loss, name and email to the 704-906-2094 number. The ebook is yours for free. And again, you can join us on the masterclass that I'm hosting next Saturday on how do you get tested for the functional components of the inability for you to burn fat. Because if you unlock your root cause, you can watch 10, 15, 20, 30, even 40 plus pounds melt right off your body. Tip number 6, or the first in the second segment, is turning on the power of your vagus nerve. This is, in my opinion, the magic pill for weight loss. This is what everybody's missing. Your vagus nerve is your body's metabolic tuning fork. I want you to think of it as the control power for your heart and your digestion and your inflammation and your detoxification and even hormone secretions. When the vagus nerve is active, your body's in what's called a parasympathetic state. This is when you enter healing and repair and regeneration. A healing mode is a fat-burning mode for the body. So if you're stuck in fight or flight, which is known as sympathetic dominance, or that adrenal rush, your body's going to cling on to fat. It raises cortisol, and it shuts down your digestion and your detox pathways. This is a known hard fact. Vagal nerve tone, on the other hand, is a direct reflection of your metabolic ability. So I want you to think of tone as like the strength and the resilience. How strong is your nervous system? And this is a most overlooked issue by a lot of people today who are wanting to lose weight and trying everything right, exercising, dieting, doing all the right things to lose weight. But if you understand this, if your nervous system is what regulates the ability for your organs to burn fat and regulate insulin and cortisol, you could do everything you want right, and the power within your body's diminished, the resilience, the essence that we get through our nerve system. And listen, there are even medical doctors and weight loss gurus that are trying to show you that if you stimulate your vagus nerve, you can lose weight and feel great and get your energy back. And it's true, but there's a really deep, easy way to do it by activating a chiropractic technique that can lift the occiput, open the space for the vagus nerve, and turn the tone on. When vagal tone is low, You're going to experience poor sleep, fatigue, bloating, constipation, brain fog, and stubborn weight gain. Most people are walking around with exceptionally low vagal tone. And the issue is you cannot feel the tone of your vagus nerve directly by going like, oh my gosh, I feel like the tone of my vagus nerve is out of my neck. No, instead, we feel tired and fatigued. We don't sleep. We have constipation issues. We have brain fog. We don't lose weight. And most of us will then assume it's based upon the age. We're climbing up. We're getting older, etc. But it's not. It's a simple method of stimulating one of the most powerful nerves in your body to get more power to flow through you. Functional weight loss includes nervous system rebalancing. So a couple things you can do on your own to start to stimulate your vagus nerve. Deep diaphragmatic breathing, doing what's called a box breath, where you inhale for 4 to 5 seconds, hold for 4 to 5 seconds, exhale for 4 to 5 seconds, hold for 4 to 5 seconds. Do you get it? You're breathing in a pattern of a box. Another method of diaphragmatic breathing is inhaling to your maximum capacity. So for example, and then not stopping there, but going, you know what, I'm pretty sure I can still inhale more. So we go, and we keep inhaling until we reach the maximum capacity of what we can do. It expands the ribs. It pushes the diaphragm up into the lung capacity. It empties out all the air. And then we inhale and we exhale. We breathe to move our diaphragm. Did you know that something as simple as humming or singing or chanting or even gargling water can start to stimulate your vagus nerve? Did you know that cold exposure, this is a huge one. So like taking a shower in the morning, once you're finished with it, switching it all the way to the cold and trying to stay there for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 seconds, maybe even a minute. Cold exposures drastically stimulate the vagus nerve. But the most powerful by far and the most effective at opening the vagus nerve and enhancing tone is structural-based chiropractic, specifically upper cervical adjustments. All of these stimulate the vagus nerve through the brainstem, which can increase heart rate variability, which is a key marker of how stressed out your body is. A major mistake that a lot of people make is they try to heal their gut, or they detox, or they exercise, or they try to lose weight while still living in a highly sympathetic dominant state. If your body doesn't feel safe because it's stressed out neurologically, it will not burn fat and it will store it no matter what you do. Your metabolism mirrors your mindset. So think of like high vagal tone, unobstructed, really strong neurological response. That is a signal of safety, healing, and metabolic activity. Whereas a compressed and irritated low vagal tone is stressed out, inflamed, and storing fat. Another problem is that a lot of people rely on taking supplementations to try to calm down. Magnesium, GABA, adaptogenic herbs, ashwagandha, etc. But it's no substitute for the physical stimulation of your nervous system. And so you can measure the strength and the integrity of your vagus nerve indirectly by looking at heart rate variability. If you have a high heart rate variability, 60, 70, 80, something plus, then you have really good neurological tone. But if your HRV is dropping 30, 20, 10, then what it shows is that you're in a massively sympathetic state. And so functional neurologists like myself, we can use HRV testing. We can look at thermography. We can read spinal x-rays. We can measure the tone of the cranial space as it exits. And when you balance your vagus nerve, you unlock digestive distresses. It helps with emotional balance. And in fact, it's been the number one key to helping people to engage in natural fat burning. So if you're looking for more information on what I just mentioned, the chiropractic magic pill for weight loss, it's in the Functional Approach to Weight Loss ebook. Simply text the word weight loss with your name and email to 704-906-2094. We'll zip it over to you today, and you get access to the masterclass I'm hosting next Saturday, which will show you specifically how do you test for vagal tone interferences and how do you fix it. How do you look for the deeper causes that I'm going to go through with these next 4 that we have left. Tip number 7. Ditch the toxins that are making you fat. There is a subset of chemicals known as obesogens, which physically make your body store fat. They damage hormones, they disrupt your gut, and in fact, they slow down your thyroid, block your fat metabolisms, and it's the things that we are exposed to on a daily basis. microplastics from all the plastic products, Ziploc bags, Tupperwares, plastic water containers, etc. Heavy metals found in fish and our fillings and the vaccines that we all get exposed to, mold toxins, food additives. Look, they're literally everywhere. And a lot of these obesogens can prevent you from losing weight. And why they do this is they mimic estrogen. They bind to the fat receptor cells and they encourage the formulation of new fat. They also shut off leptin, which is your fat-burning hormone that says, I'm full, burn fat. And that's why you can't clean eat or exercise or do all the right things and you can still end up gaining weight. Because if you're toxic, your body will refuse to let go of fat. Again, because the fat is being stored the toxins are being stored in the fat as a protective mechanism. Think of it as like, it's not a vanity issue, it's survival. You need to put the toxins somewhere. So it protects your organs by putting toxins in fat cells. The solution, of course, is number one, to reduce your exposure. So we want to start drinking only clean water that's found in glass containers ideally. Make sure we eat organic foods to reduce our pesticide and herbicide exposures. Stop using plastic containers. Stop handling all of your receipts on a regular basis. They're full of BPA and other toxins that are known as obesogens. Teflon pans, nonstick food components, and even synthetic fragrances, all the bath and body stuff that you guys use on a regular basis. Start using glass containers, cook in cast iron pans, stainless steel. Look for clean personal care products. There's a great resource. It's the Environmental Working Group's Skin Deep database. Just go to ewg.org/skin deep and you can search for the cleanest and the most non-toxic beauty products or home care products and reduce the exposures you have on a daily basis. Then we want to get this stuff out of us. We have to bind it and remove it. We generally recommend using things like activated charcoal or chlorella or zeolites, or even things like modified citrus pectins. These are all binders that can actually trap toxins, get them out of your gut, and escort them safely from your body. But the key with this is timing. Binding should be taken away from the things you eat and the supplements you take. So usually right in the morning or right before you go to bed. And remember, we need to support bile flow, we need to make sure the liver's cleaned out, and we need to make sure we're supporting phase 1 and phase 2 detox. That's with glutathione and methylation supports and B vitamins. Often what happens is people try to detox when their body's physically not moving. So they're not exercising, they're not walking, and their bowels aren't even moving. So imagine trying to clean out your house without having any trash cans. You must first start to get your bowels moving. So we can begin to do that by incorporating coffee enemas into our daily routines, increasing our consumption of soluble and insoluble fibers. And the challenge, of course, is if you get your bowels to start moving, now you're beginning to flush so we don't re-inoculate and recirculate toxins. We also want to make sure that we're focusing on gut functionality and mobility. Another mistake is that many people often ignore their source. They'll do a detox process, but they're still exposing themselves. Moldy homes or mercury fillings floating around in your mouth or aluminum cookwares or the deodorants that most of us still use today that are packed with aluminum as an antiperspirant. Generally speaking, you're probably going to need to get some testing so you can find out where are you on a toxic level, how much mercury and aluminum and lead and glyphosate and things like this. Once you identify your toxins and you remove them, your body no longer needs to trap them inside of fat. And the amazing thing is then your body will begin to burn that fat and it lets go of what you've been holding on to. Remember, detox is not like a side dish you just do for fun. It's the main course for weight loss. Activate your vagus nerve, which will stimulate your brain's ability to communicate with your organs and increase the parasympathetic tone. Begin to identify your toxins and flush them out. And then we shift over into step number 8. Build more muscle to burn fat. Let me say this loud and clear. Muscle physically itself burns fat. So if you're not actively building muscle, you're losing one of the greatest weapons you have in a fat-burning arsenal. Today, most adults over 50, we're losing muscle mass excessively. And what happens is we can't then burn fat. Muscle tissue is physically metabolically active. It burns fat even when you're resting if you have good muscle mass. It can improve insulin sensitivity. It increases mitochondrial density, which is where your power comes from. And it can even help to regulate your hormones. So here's the short story take home. The more muscle your body has, the more fat you burn consistently throughout the day. And sadly, many weight loss programs focus mostly on doing things like cardiovascular exercises or caloric restrictions or these endless fat burning zones that we talked about a couple weeks ago. Like you can't physically get into a fat burning state and keep your body there for long periods of time by doing cardio. The real magic happens when you start doing resistance training, building muscle instead of endurance training. Resistance training will increase testosterone and human growth hormone, which are both critical for building more muscle and burning fat. It also helps to prevent you from losing muscle mass as we go through life. Remember, muscle is the engine of your metabolism. The more lean muscle you have, the more efficient your body becomes at burning stored fat for energy. It also helps to reduce inflammation. It can increase bone density. It can enhance detoxification methods through having better lymphatic and circulatory flow. So for functional weight loss, building muscle is an absolute non-negotiable. And the number one mistake is thinking that cardiovascular exercise is building muscle. Did you know that spending 30 minutes to an hour on a treadmill raises cortisol, it burns muscle tissue, and it leads to plateaus with weight loss? So that's why we talked about something as simple as going for a walk after you eat is way more powerful. High-intensity interval training has a massive role. But if you're not doing something to do some sort of muscle resistance, lightweight resistance, then you're missing out on what the strength that comes from training can do for your metabolism. Mistake number 2 in trying to build more muscle, the concern of gaining weight, especially among women. A lot of people will say, well, muscle's dense, so like it'll make me gain more weight, and I'm trying to lose weight. But remember, density implies size, so it's less space, same amount of weight. So think of it like it's less amount than what the fat takes up, but yet it weighs exactly the same. Building muscle can make you leaner and tighter and stronger and thinner, not bulkier. So the toneness that people want to look for is if you have good muscle mass plus low inflammation. And again, remember, you don't need some sort of crazy gym to do this. Body weight exercises, just doing push-ups and sit-ups and resistance bands, kettlebells, or even just something like doing squats or, mountain climbers or burpees. There's things you can do in your home very easily can help you to build muscle over time. And remember, fueling your body post a workout. So if you do like a resistance training workout, we don't want to go with like low-quality protein shakes and all these like sugary electrolytic drinks. Use a high-quality grass-fed protein shake and take something as simple as in like Himalayan salt and some baking soda and some water and some lemon juice and create an electrolytic drink that helps you to recover faster. So if you want to lose fat fast and keep it off, the key is building muscle. It's the ultimate investment you can make in your fat burning, and it's going to make a drastic change in your life if you just start doing some light resistance exercise. Number 9, we need to heal and seal your gut. So you can think of like the best diet on the planet, okay? Even if you download the functional weight loss for, ebook guide, I've got a 4-week done for you meal plan and shopping list that gives you the fat burning diet. Like you might be going like, yes, Dr. Ernst, I want this. Okay, great. Text your name and your email with the word weight loss right now to 704-906-2094. I'll send this to you, but here's the caveat. Even if you follow the functional guide diets in here, and it's a clean, exceptional fat-burning diet, if your gut is inflamed or leaking, it will not work to the fullest capacity. You could take the best supplements on the planet. You could even begin fasting like a monk. But if your gut is not absorbing the nutrients, you're spinning your wheels and you're going to get frustrated. Functional weight loss begins with addressing the integrity of your intestines. Remember, your gut is where nutrients are absorbed, broken down, and transported to every cell in your body. If it's inflamed or permeable, which is known as leaky gut, you're not absorbing all the raw materials that you get from switching to a really effective diet. This occurs when the junctions between the intestine cells start to become inflamed and spread apart. What happens is then toxins transfer in, undigested food particles get into the blood, microscopic portions of microbes, viruses, and bacteria get into your bloodstream, and it triggers a massive inflammatory response. The inflammation, again, drives up cortisol, irritates your inflammatory process, promotes insulin productivity, and then we're right back to where we started. We're storing fat instead of burning fat. Easiest way to get your gut to calm down. Remove the classic leaky gut irritants. I talk about this probably on every single show you can ever listen to with us. Gluten, dairy, grains, rice, corn, wheat, soy, processed foods, artificial sweeteners, alcohol. These are all things that can irritate the intestines. Then we need to begin to repair and reinoculate. We like glutamine and colostrum and aloe vera and slippery elm. These are things that are found in a lot of leaky gut rebuild products. We can use soil-based probiotics, fermented probiotics, bone broth, a massive superstar when it comes to helping your body heal the gut because it's filled with glycine and collagen. And remember, it's just about understanding the connection between your nervous system and your gut. They're two things of the same. Primary brain, secondary brain is what's known as your gut brain. When your vagus nerve is interfered with, it interferes with the digestive system, thus causing a leak. So it's a catch-22. You could have vagal nerve interference and a gut leak, and they perpetuate each other. So you have to break the cycle by addressing both. When your gut is sealed, listen to this, balanced and nourished, inflammation drops, hormones balance, nutrients are absorbed, and your body will start to burn fat for energy the way it was created. Number 10, this is a huge one. Fix your thyroid. And listen, I have entire shows dedicated to fixing your thyroid, but I'm going to sum it up in about the next 2 minutes. The majority of people who are struggling to lose weight have what's known as a subclinical hypothyroid. What this means is your TSH and T4 conventional medical tests will be passed. Your doctor will say, it's not your thyroid. But if you go deeper and you look at the hormones and how they convert, your liver must convert your thyroid hormone into active thyroid hormone T3. What happens for a lot of people who struggle with weight loss is their liver is congested and toxic, and we force the conversion to something called reverse T3. Reverse T3 is the hormone that says store fat instead of burn it. It makes your joints ache, it makes your brain foggy, it gives you all the symptoms of a low thyroid, but oftentimes it's underlooked at because we're only conventionally running TSH and T4. Functional testing for the thyroid is going to go much deeper, looking at, again, removing inflammation, focusing on the gut, looking at enhancing detox pathways and connecting the brain and the vagus nerve back to the thyroid so that your thyroid becomes active on its own. When your thyroid functionality is optimized, energy returns, fat burns off, and your body begins to retrust itself again hormonally. It's not just about stimulating it with synthetic hormones to make your thyroid look good. It's about supporting your adrenal gland, cleaning out your gut, detoxing your liver, and enhancing your brain's connection to your organ, specifically your thyroid. Remember, your thyroid is like a thermostat. It sets your body's weight. If your thyroid is set to an incorrect weight, no matter what you do, it'll bounce right back up to that. And that set point is the reverse T3 hormone. Yes, you need to get some tests done. Yes, you need to become more of a purveyor for your health. That's why I'm highly encouraging that you join us next Saturday, 10 a.m. in the morning. It's completely free. I'll show you how to find the tests that will tell you, is your thyroid working? Is your gut leaking? Is your nervous system on track? I'll show you how you can actively activate that in your own home to begin a champion healer and start burning fat. If you'd like to join me for next Saturday's masterclass, simply text the word weight loss plus your name and email to 704-906-2094. We'll zip the Functional Approach ebook over to you for free today. And there you have it, the top 10 cliff notes to actively and functionally burning body fat and weight quickly. If you're ready to take action, the best step for you is text your name, your email, and the word weight loss right now. Let my team give you the resources, and let's join you next Saturday for the live event where I'll show you specifically for yourself the top 3 things you need to do to turn on your fat burning switch in addition to what you just learned today. Remember, you're not broken. you're not too far gone. You are a functionally designed individual who is pre-programmed for healing. When you remove interference and supply your body with the right ingredients, it does exactly what it was designed to do, which is burn fat, restore energy, and regenerate. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I look forward to seeing you guys each and every Saturday right here, News Talk 1110 WBT, the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. I'll see you next week. Be blessed.